And we are ready. Welcome to the beginning of the end of the first USI Hackathon. Okay, I call this part silence because I was the one finishing the beginning, and in this case, I'm beginning the end. Okay. As you see, the room looks pretty much like it used to look 48 hours ago. We're that good. And it looks so good that it looks like nobody has done anything here, right? Nothing ever happened, okay? But as you might imagine, or as you know, since you've been here 48 hours like we have been, many things have happened, okay? So when you pull up such an event, you have to do a lot of stuff, okay? For example, you have to take care of management and secretarial work, okay? Then you have to look for sponsors yourself, because nobody is helping you. Then you have to procure food and drinks and do essentially catering. 2 days and 2 nights in a row. And I think the way you guys look, nobody starved here, okay? Just a little statistics. The pizzeria guy made 85 kilograms of dough for you guys. So we contributed also to local business here in Ticino. And then, of course, there's logistics. You have to haul around tables and chairs and all of that, okay? Now, it's not true that nobody did all of that, okay? As a matter of fact, there's more things that you need to do, okay? You have to do social networking, you have to be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on. And on top of that, somebody has to procure the data, curate the data, and make it available. Somebody has to create a website and make sure that the website is online all the time and available and looks pretty good, I would say, okay? And on top of that, we also played technicians, okay? 2 of our guys right now are up there, and they learned basically how to use all of this, okay, in the last 48 hours. Which means if we all lose our jobs, at least we can either go into management, okay, or we can go into catering, or I can, for example, work for IKEA, which is very good. Now, I am taking a little bit of time because this whole operation here has been run by 9 people, okay? 9 people only, which makes us pretty amazing, okay? And I would like to call them out one by one. First one is Davide Tua, who is not here because he has a better half, like many of us do, actually. And he did quite a bit on Friday. And obviously you're like, what is this, just listing names? No, it's not listing names. I think people deserve something. So that one is for Davide. Next up, Jesper, our webmaster, our data master, and our part-time technician. And also, I should have put that too, logistics guy. Jesper? Thank you. Next up, Luca Ponzanelli, the data god, technician, part-time caterer, full-time logistics guy, and also part-time social networking person. Luca. Next up, Andrea Mocci, again, data god, technician, and as you see from his cameras around the neck, photographer of the event. Then there is Roberto Minelli, who is actually not in this room because he's the technician over there, okay? So he was in charge of actually procuring a lot of sponsoring like coffee, Red Bull, the wine, actually, okay? And plenty of other stuff. He got us good deals with pizzerias. They love him, okay? He has 1 million of Cumulus points now. Amazing, okay? But they belong to me, really, okay? And also social networking guy. So while I am not asking him to come down, give him a big hand of applause. And then for special ladies, Elisa Larghi, our head secretary of the faculty, who helped out pretty much on everything. Without her, nothing would have worked. But Elisa will get a special bottle. It's called the Lady. And then the two most important people here. Mauro Perustini, with whom without this thing could not have been possible, honestly. He ran the thing, he bugged people, the sponsors most of all. He helped out on everything. He's just amazing, a real asset, Mauro. This one is called The Gentleman. And then last, but certainly the opposite of least, Marco D'Ambros, right? So Marco basically organized, let's say, he's like the head organizer, okay? You chop the head off and we're lost, okay? He did everything, especially tireless data collecting from the data providers. He has become a part-time politician by now, really amazing. But somebody yesterday, actually today, somebody from the Città di Lugano said like, oh, great, we'll do another one next year, okay? Now, 9 people, such an event. I think if anyone would talk to Marco about organizing another hackathon next year, he would shoot him down. So Marco needs a weapon. This thing here is called the wine bazooka. So that's it. On my side, I go in silence. Enjoy the rest. Oh! You see, that's when you don't see the next slide. That's what happens. I forgot to thank the most important people here. The participants. You guys were amazing. 48 hours I told you ago, I told you to not litter, to be respectful, to be cool. It was an amazing time. So even if you don't win, you should thank yourselves. You were outstanding. Thank you.
Actually, I would add that this nobody there is actually Professor Michele Lanza, who's also here for 48 hours, helped us a lot. And most of all, for me, he believed in this event from the very beginning and push us to do it. So I would like to thank him also with, I think, a very appropriate secret bottle that I keep here, which is the Boss bottle. So before we go into the winner, I would like to once again thank all the participants, as Michele said, which is, we are here for you, and this happened because of you. Second, I would like to thank also the sponsor, who gave us the opportunity to make this possible, because if there are prizes, if you could eat food, it's because these companies believe in, in the importance of this event, and that has made it a possibility, a reality. Also, the organizations who provided the data, I think this should not taken for granted, that they took the time and the effort to collect this data, anonymize it, and give it to us. So I would like to thank them, and Dr. Giorgio Maric is here from the city of Lugano to say something.
I will be extremely short. Thank you very much. It is great seeing Lugano that we don't see each day in our newspapers, on in our quotidiano. I think you look fine, but you still need some melograno, lemon, kiwi, and some other non-digital commodities. So I have only 3 messages. As a city statistician, I am extremely happy to see that our data can be used in professional, intuitive, creative, and state-of-the-art way in such a spontaneous and short time. And we have an eye on everything you have done. There is a lot of potential, and there is a lot of interesting things. Please continue looking also on our open data and online analysis tools. I would be most happy in this world if some of your projects could substitute or upgrade our tools proposed on our portal. 2 last messages. The second one is, City of Lugano is committed, and here I am asked by our mayor and by our Verwaltungsdirektor or CEO of the city, or Secretario Generale, to give the possibility for a direct collaboration with any one of you who would like to follow on and evaluate the potential for implementation or further developments of some of your ideas. So this is all possible thanks also to excellent alliance and collaboration with USI at all levels, starting from its rector and all levels down, top down and bottom up. And on the other side, I would also, this is my last point, I would also like to ask you to be open if we would invite some of you to present your work in front of some departments of our administration, because that could be, from our point of view, also a very constructive input for our everyday work. So let's try to realize some of this idea inside our Lugano Living Lab. The email for contact is info@Lugano Living Lab, but you know it better than me.
So lastly, I would like to thank the jury. It was pretty hard to take a decision, so thank you for that. And now, before we start with the real prize, there are Elastic run a couple of raffles, so let's go quickly through them. The first is for a backpack, who goes to Lucas Pedati, famous user of Elastic. No. And then there is an Elastic certification exam, who goes to Axel Kuhn. So now, the winner. We will start from the coding track. Third prize will go to Sleep Not Found Exception. Congratulations. Second prize for the data track goes to Ak Atoni. Coding track, second prize, goes to Not Optional. And now, the first prize for the coding track goes to USJG. And finally, there is this. So there is this scholarship for a master in informatics at USI. We don't have slides for this because it came too late. So this, just to clarify, was given only for the teams who opted in, which, by the way, were most the teams. And this goes to the team Bike Me There. So I apologize that we are late. Now there is an apéro waiting for you outside. I would like to thank everyone again, especially for being there for so long. And I think I had a lot of fun, so thanks.